Well, good morning, everybody. It's about 11:55 a.m. on Wednesday, June 22nd, and I am starting this ride. I'm back. Been away for a couple of weeks, making another video of a ride. Starting this ride at Douglas Park, at the canal where the Cape May Lewis ferry departs from New Jersey and heads out this canal over to Delaware. And I thought I would start the ride here because I'm going to give a few updates on what's been going on down here for those that are not local. And some of the recent events have not been good, but nevertheless they happened, so I'm going to talk about it a little bit. The first was the Escape the Cape triathlon was held every year on, I think it's the second weekend in June. This year it was June 11th, I think it was Sunday, June 11th. And the triathlon is where, in fact, I'm pausing for a second, I can see dolphins in the canal. But anyway, people board the ferry. The ferry goes out this canal, makes a right, and goes 1 mile up the Delaware Bay. And the participants in the triathlon jump off the back of the ferry. It's about 12 feet above the water, and they swim to the shore here. That's the swimming leg of this triathlon. It's 1 mile swim. They come up the beach here and they get on their bikes, and they bike for 23 miles, and then they run for 5. Well, this year, a 70-year-old man from Wilmington that was participating in the triathlon went into some sort of distress just as he was coming up the beach here, and he died. They had ambulances here, and I don't know if you can see the dolphins in the canal, but there are several dolphins out there. You probably can't see them on the video, but I can see many of them. So anyway, the guy was in his 70s, and he came down to participate in the triathlon. He was from Wilmington, and passed away at the conclusion of the first leg of the triathlon. As you can see, it's very overcast. The forecast calls for rain this afternoon. And it may start raining while I'm on this ride, but I haven't been out. Actually, I haven't been out on the bike since the last time I recorded a video. So that was one sort of unfortunate event that happened here. Another recent event since my last video occurred right up at the end of this road, at the corner of Beach and Lincoln Boulevard, and I'll show you that in a second. And it happened on the Sunday evening prior to Memorial Day. I forget exactly what that date was, but like around May 30th or so. And a woman, as do many people, but a woman came down and had her beach chair out, sitting on the beach to watch the sunset. I've talked many times in many videos about the beauty of some of these sunsets. Well, a woman, again, an elderly woman, not that that matters, but she brought her beach chair down on the beach and was sitting on the beach to watch the sunset. And a car was coming down Lincoln Boulevard, and the driver of the car had some sort of medical event, and basically crashed through that fence, went down onto the beach, ran the woman over, and went out into the bay. And they actually had to medevac her via helicopter to the hospital, the woman that was hit, and she died from her injuries. I don't know what the medical event was. The paper didn't say, but what I heard people say was that the driver had some sort of seizure, and as the car was approaching the end of Lincoln Boulevard, the driver, during his seizure, stepped on the accelerator, and the car sped, broke through the wooden barrier, went down onto the beach, right over top of the woman that was sitting on her beach chair, and literally went out into the Delaware Bay. So I'm going to take a ride over to Cape May. Again, nothing particularly new to see on this video, other than it's the first video of the summer. And it's been about 3 weeks since I was last out on the bike and made a video. COVID in Cape May County has sort of tapered off, and there's about 500 new cases being diagnosed daily. Again, I can remember back at the height of the second wave of COVID, that number was over 2,500 a day. So, 500 is not terribly bad. My wife and I spent 2 weeks up in Pennsylvania because as our grandkids were winding down in school, they had 1 week where they had half days. So my daughter and son-in-law both were working full-time, so my wife and I went up to basically watch the kids from the afternoons after they got an early dismissal. And then they finished up the school year, but my daughter, who works in a different school, still had a week to go, so the kids were off entirely for that second week. And we went up to watch them. So I'm turning on to Seashore here. I'm going to go over the West Cape May Canal Bridge over into West Cape May and going down Seashore till it turns into Broadway. I think we'll be down for at least a week this time, and grandkids are coming down and staying the week of July 4th. It's a strange bus. So I've ridden around all these communities. To anybody that's watching this video that hasn't watched previous videos, I think I've covered all the points of interest down here in these videos. If I'm not mistaken, there's over 140 videos on my YouTube channel, and I try to, really cover the entire southern end of Cape May County. I've ridden around Cape May Point, West Cape May. Most are in Cape May City, but North Cape May, Town Bank, the villas. So I think I've already ridden and recorded rides through all these streets and all these roads. And I think last year I was pretty frequently doing this almost on a weekly basis. So I think I've covered all points, all times of year as well. But I still like to get out on the bike, and it doesn't cost me anything to throw the GoPro on the helmet and record the ride, so that's what I'm doing. But if anyone is interested in, you can just scroll back and look at the titles, and you can see, look at the titles and look at the thumbnails to see the videos and different things that might be of interest to people. So this is going through West Cape May. I'm on Broadway. Seeing these flowers, and it's reminding me that my wife Nancy is in an all-out war with the rabbits down here this year. We have many rabbits that seem to have taken up residence underneath our deck, And while the grandkids get a kick out of looking at the bunnies when they are out sitting on the lawn and hopping around in my wife's flower gardens, it's driving her crazy because they are eating her flowers. She puts hot pepper flakes all over the ground in her flower beds, but it doesn't seem to deter them. They seem to be able to navigate around the hot pepper flakes and still chew on the flowers. So she's pretty frustrated, telling me I need to buy a BB gun. I have not been to that restaurant over on the left-hand corner here. I mentioned on a previous video, that's a new restaurant owned and operated by the former head chef of Peter Shields Inn. And that's Sapori, Italiano. So I'm going to just go down to the beach, go up to the mall, circle the mall, and call it a wrap on this video. It is not a beach day today, as you can see. It's fairly windy. I think you can tell that from the American flags. And there's rain in the forecast for tomorrow as well, but the rest of the week looks like it's going to be pretty nice. And as I have done on past rides, I'm going to stop along the mall just to show the mall, the traffic, foot traffic that's on the mall as of now. So I'm on Jackson Street right now. That is Delaney's Irish Pub. And this is a line for the Mad Batter. I talked about that place in my video on casual dining. And that's the Inn of Cape May, which is obviously still under renovation, new owners. I had intended to turn right there, but not going to be able to do that. It's another, I think this is Decatur. Stop here and take a quick peek up and down the mall. It's a pretty good crowd here. It's the Ugly Mug to the left. And this will be my final pass of the Washington Street Mall. I'll pause up here to give one final look down the mall from Ocean, which is the street that I'm on now. So that's the mall. You've seen from pretty much every perspective. So I think there's a decent amount of traffic over here, pedestrian traffic, for it being about 12:30 or so on a Wednesday afternoon, on a cloudy Wednesday afternoon. So I think I'll just turn this video off now, and I'll record the ride back to Cape May starting from another point. Thanks for watching.